Whether you're addicted to video games, porn, doom scrolling, because yes, that is an addiction. If you spend over 5 hours on your phone a day, that is an addiction, my brother. Look, trust me, I am the exact same. I checked my screen time yesterday on a rest day, 12 hours. It could be anything, right? Now, it is the potential to be the best thing in the world, and I'm going to explain why as we get into this video, or it could be the thing that is your absolute downfall and will be the reason you literally just do not succeed in life and just go along with life like at a steady pace, just thinking, yeah, this is a great life actually. I'll do fuck all, I haven't got any money and I've just got nothing going for me, but it makes you happy because that's how addiction works, right? And in this video I'm going to tell you how you can flip that on its head and actually use that to make progress in your life, and how I used it to stop playing video games. Yeah, I used to have a chronic video game addiction. I know you're thinking, Ben, yeah, we all play video games, mate. I used to play for about 10 hours a day. I thought I was going to go professional. I was sat right there at that thing right there, just playing all day. I made 900 euros officially in 6 years of playing. Now, if we do the maths there, I reckon it equates to about 0.0004p an hour, okay? So that was my addiction, and now I flipped it. So now I've used that addiction and that personality trait that I have. I have an addictive personality, and if you're addicted to any of the things I've previously mentioned, so do you, okay? Which is a great thing, and it's the most powerful thing, and I'm gonna teach you how to use it and harness it, and how I'm still learning to harness it, to use it as a benefit in life. And I'm now going to the gym. I've changed my life, literally flipped it on its head. I used to be a fat kid who would go into school. This is a real story, by the way. Went into school, start of lower sixth, which is like when you're 16. I was so scared to go into that room of school that I sat in the music room where no one was, and I refused to go in until I right about had to, and a teacher would start talking, because that's how terrified I was of like social interactions, and just generally like how my life has changed is unbelievable because of what I'm about to teach you, okay? Now, when I say this, it isn't going to be easy, right? And sometimes it may be. And I still wonder to this day how I managed to stop doing that. I fully flipped my life on a 180. Like, it is absolutely unbelievable, right? So you're addicted to, let's say, I don't know, cocaine, right? Okay, we're not going to use drugs actually as an example, but it still does apply to you if this is the case. Now, if you're addicted to cocaine, you may have a few bigger issues at hand, which you might need to tackle. But let's say you're addicted to doom scrolling, because I guarantee, I reckon 99.84% of you mother hubbards, so yes, you Bill watching this, are addicted to doom scrolling, right? Why are you addicted to doom scrolling? Basically, it boosts your dopamine. So you're getting dopamine, you're scrolling. Now, I saw a video yesterday. It was like, can you think of one thing that you sorted down your For You page? Like, let's do it now. What was the video that you saw before you were probably watching this video and you were like, right, I'm going to lock in, I'm going to go on YouTube, get some motivation, which is all you're doing, by the way, from watching this. You've gone on YouTube to make yourself feel better about being substandard. You're watching Ben FJ lifts give you motivation right now. It is just mental masturbation, and that is all you're doing. But you now have the power to think, right, am I going to watch this video, go to bed, try for about an hour tomorrow, and then just like move on with my life and pretend like I never saw it? Or you can watch this video, actually use the motivation and advice, and change your life with it, right? So from doom scrolling, what you're doing is you're raising your dopamine level, right? So your average dopamine level, let's say there's a monk in Budapest just chilling out. All he does is just like live there, doesn't speak to anyone, doesn't have a phone, literally nothing. The dopamine which he gets for, I don't know, doing a shit, going for a walk, doing anything, which for you, you'll be sat there doom scrolling, right? You'll doom scroll on the toilet. You don't know how I know you that? I do the exact same thing, okay? And it's bad. It's a really bad thing. So this guy, right, we'll call him, I don't know, what's a sick monk name? I don't fucking know. Do I look like I know many monks? Phil the monk. Nah, hasn't worked. Qui-Gon Jinn, the monk, okay? Qui-Gon Jinn he's living the best life. He's got no money. He's got nothing going on in his life. He literally just sits there, goes for walks, ponders, talks to God for a couple hours a day, and he is happier than 99% of everyone watching this video. He's happier than me, for example, right? That's because his dopamine, his base dopamine level is here. So going for a walk is here, right? He's like, I actually love this walk. I love that bird right there. Let me just watch this squirrel for 25 minutes just walking up a tree, right? Whereas us, our base dopamine level, and when I say us, by the way, this is something that I'm basically tackling as we speak. Like literally yesterday, I had this revelation. I was like, this is why. Last week, I've been not depressed, but I've just been down in the dumps. I've had no energy. I haven't haven't made a YouTube video for about a month. So a lot of you have been thinking, what's going on there? Well, can't complain anymore. That's a whole nother story, which I'll probably get into in another video. But your base dopamine's all the way up here, right? So doom scrolling, right, is here. That means that eating food, going for walks, talking to loved ones, I don't know, going to the gym is all the way down here. So when you're doing these things, you're like, God, this is such a schlep, man. I just don't want to be here. Whereas if we can bring that base dopamine level down a bit, right? So we stop doom scrolling, right? Say you doom scroll 6 hours a day, bring it down to 1 hour a day, right? Then your base dopamine level will be here. You'll wake up, you'll go for a walk, right? All of a sudden, walking and doom scrolling are getting to similar levels, and that is where you can start building the foundation of good habits, right? Now, I know what you're thinking, Ben, how the hell am I going to actually make this an yeah, okay, right, we're not, this is a one edit video, so we ain't taking that out. Operationalization. Goodbye. No, I'm joking. How can we make this a concept which we can actually action? Like, it's all fun and games saying, right, we'll bring our dopamine down and Bob's your uncle. You're going to be as happy as Qui-Gon Jinn in the middle of Budapest, just living his silent monk life. No, it's not that simple, right? So what you're going to do, first of all, right, is you need to create friction between whatever bad habit it is. Friction, I learned about this in Atomic Habits, I think it was. It was a book I read years ago. And if you need a book to read, by the way, look, reading can be pretty boring. If you want to read a good book, Atomic Habits is sick. You need to create as much friction as possible between the thing that you want to do and your base life, right? So say with, I don't know, say you got like an addiction to porn, for example, right? Because that is an addiction that a lot of people have. You need to create as much, you need to make it as difficult as physically possible to watch porn as you can, right? So set blockers, set screen time limits on Safari. So if you log in screen time, you have to do a thing. There's this app called, I think it's called Opal. Yeah, it's called Opal, O-P-A-L, on the App Store. It literally, you can just block shit out. So you'll go on like Safari to watch porn. All of a sudden, this thing's calling you out. It's like, is this really what you want to do? Is this the life you want to lead? Like fully just dropping like motivational quotes. Like, fuck, maybe it's actually not. And you'll sack it off. And sure, you still might relapse, right? And this is something I learned from, this specifically for porn. I was literally watching a podcast about how to like reduce dopamine. The guy started talking about porn for about an hour and a half, so that's the only bit I've watched. But he was saying, right, so with porn, the issue is people will just watch it for like 3 hours a day. Like, I don't, brother, if you're doing that, you're cooked, by the way. So if there's anyone out there watching porn for 3 hours a day, listen up and actually lock in, because that shit ain't okay. And I'm not having any Ben FJ Lift subscriber that down bad, okay? So stop doing that. But what you need to do, right, is say, fine, right? It's all fun and games to say, right, no more porn for 6 months. No, not half year. I don't fucking know. That'd be super sick, but you just won't do it. And you'll just relapse, and then you'll be watching porn again. And then you'll be watching Ben FJ Lift if you're watching this video, which just freaks me out a bit that you might have just had a wank watching porn, now you're watching me. So get out of it with that. Book out like an hour, right, in the day where you're like, okay, this hour, I'm gonna watch porn. Now that sounds so weird, and when I heard this brother say it on the podcast, I was like, this brother's a freak. What's going on? Why am I timetabling my porn watching? Not me, I don't watch porn, by the way. Hands in the air, pinky promise, pinky promise. My hormone levels still haven't recovered from the cut, so I don't even want to go into it, but it's been a tough few months, we'll just leave it at that. This no cut thing really just gives you no room for error. You just say some heinous thing like that and it's just in there. Hey, it's a learning experience. But what you're gonna do is, right, so say like 6 till 7 PM you're gonna watch porn. This then means that the rest of the day, first of all, isn't controlled by this porn stuff. And it means that you can then have that hour. I think when you like kind of timetable it, you're like, this is pretty shitty. Like I should probably like move it to 30 minutes, move it to 15 minutes. And then that slowly allows you to keep doing some shit. He also said, start breathing through one nostril and it'll like get rid of the urge. But you ain't catching me dead just going around like this whenever I want to eat a burger. Like, yeah, no, I actually don't want to have a burger, Five Guys. Give me a second. Also, what happens if you have a blocked nose? You're just going to die. So don't do that breathing technique. Seems like a bunch of bollocks. So that is, first of all, how you're going to quit. Whatever habit is, create as much friction as possible. If it's doom scrolling on TikTok, delete TikTok. And then if you really want to doom scroll, you got to go to the App Store, type it in, download it, log back into your account, do the 2FA. By the time you get into that doom scroll, you're like, it's not even worth seeing Madison Beer on my For You page right now. Apart from no one would ever say that because Madison Beer is the greatest woman of all time. Madison Beer, if you're watching this. I've got no words because I can't speak to women. So that is literally what you need to do to quit the thing, right? And when you do this, you're then going to realize, fuck, I've actually got so much spare time. Me, for example, I ain't doom scrolling anymore. I haven't doom scrolled all day this morning. I normally wake up and doom scroll. I was like, no. My phone, right, 10:41. My brother, it feels like it's like 3 PM. For how slow the time's going. You're gonna have so much spare time, right? Where you have, and you're just gonna be sat there like, it is so easy right now, so just whack on a Mr. Beast video and just have a tug. I don't know if you've got a porn addiction, maybe you'd be doing that to Mr. Beast, fuck knows. You need to do and replace these things with other things. You need to stay busy, is basically what I'm saying. Read a book, my brother. Go play some football. Okay, I just said that because I can see a football net behind my camera. That's a weird example. But you need to replace these things with positive things, right? This is then how you change your life. So currently what we've done is we've quit the good thing. You now know how to quit the good thing, but you're still a bum because you ain't doing nilch, right? do something, right? Whether it's learning to trade, learning to dropship, going to the gym. Actually, do that if you're not already doing that. I'm assuming because you're here, you are doing that. But go to the gym, brother. It will change your life. As I was saying before at the start of this video, I used to be a mega antisocial, no, not antisocial, like extroverted bum. I'm still pretty extroverted, right? You can't just change your whole life. You can't become a new person, but you can unlock a whole new part of your personality, which you just did not know existed, right? So that is what you're gonna do. You're gonna start a good habit, and it's gonna be, it's not gonna like suck, right? So say right now you were doing, I don't know, you're an addiction to doom scrolling, right? And you wanted to learn how to do drop shipping, for example, escape the matrix, join Andrew Tate in the fucking war room. That's a weird example I'm bringing up, don't even know. I haven't thought of Andrew Tate in months. Sorry, digestive issues, you know how it goes. I'm bulking at the moment. No big deal. I'm going to become 10 kilos heavier and just become fat, and just no one's going to love me, but it's fine. Replace it with good habits. That is literally that simple, and it is going to become so much easier to actually do these good habits, right? If you're trying to learn, like I was saying, that's what I was saying, keep going off topic. If you were trying to learn to drop ship, right? But you also have this other side where you can just doom scroll for 5 hours in bed. Which one is going to be more appealing to your brain? Doom scroll or learn to drop ship, which is actually difficult, doom scrolling, right? But if you just eliminate that doom scrolling, right? Get that out of the room. All you've got is drop shipping. Like me, for example, I've been putting off recording YouTube videos for so long, just because I've been like, right, I could record a YouTube video, but I have to get my camera out, whack it up, think of something to talk about it. And it sounds stupid, like it's just not easy to do, and it is super easy just to record. But genuinely, when you've got this distraction of, okay, I threw my phone earlier, so I can't reach it now. But when you've got the distraction of this stupid little phone, it just makes you not want to do anything, right? And it's become so much easier when you've actually quit, right? This is the same with how I started gym, right? The reason I started going gym, and this isn't like bullshit, by the way, well, one, because I wanted to get girls and look sick, but the main reason, I had nothing to do once I quit playing Fortnite. That was my whole life, right? I would wake up, do aim training, I wouldn't even play Fortnite, I'd learn, like, practice my aim on a different, separate game, and then I'd go to Fortnite, and I'd sit there, religiously play, like, serious work ethic, right? That's the thing with addiction, like, stuff like that. You're addicted because you have an addictive personality. You can then use that as a superpower to get addicted to some shit, like, for example, posting on YouTube. I don't know, this might not do anything for me. This video was probably going to flop because it's just something I've never posted, but I was like, fuck it, I'll post it. If it helps one of you out, then I'm happy. Just use that passion that you have for whatever addiction it is, okay? If you're having like a wank too often, that's not really passion, but use that time to do something that will actually benefit your life. So what have we learned? If you have an addictive personality, it can be your downfall, or it can literally be the best thing that happened to you, as I think I'm still in the process of sort of doing this, but as I'm demonstrating, for example, through going to the gym. Now, I'm still getting addicted to other things, such as doom scrolling was my main one. 12 hours screen time yesterday. What was I doing for the rest of the day? I mean, I'm asleep for 10, so 2 hours of not on my phone. Like, that is mental. So I'm still struggling with it myself. But genuinely, just do what I said. Quit doing the thing. You're gonna have a lot of time in your day. Replace that with something positive, or just stay busy, right? If you don't want to do something positive, stay busy. Go talk to your family. Like, make your relationships better with the people you love, right? Look, I don't know. It's your life. I can't help you with this. I don't know what's going on in, I don't know what your name is, Fred's life. There's a Fred here. Whack it in the comments. In Fred's life, I can't help you with that. But whatever you want to do in life, I promise you, you're probably thinking like drop shipping, right? Fuck, I really want to start drop shipping and just like escape the matrix and go back to school one day with just like $1 million in the bank. Sure, sounds fun in games, but you can't do it. Why can't you do it? Because you're addicted to something which is taking up most of your time, which is way more appealing to your brain. So you need to then get rid of that, create the most friction between your regular life and doing that thing. So then drop shipping becomes really appealing. It's all you've got time to do. So you're like, fuck it, I'll do it. It's either that or I'm twiddling my thumbs all day. And then bam, you're just chilling, right? So that is today's life lesson, number 1 of the Ben Bible. If you're new here, subscribe. This probably might be the only video I ever do like this, I'm not sure. I just wanted to start posting on YouTube again, because I've just had a major mental, like a mental barrier between me and posting. And it sounds dumb because you're probably watching this thinking it's so easy to post. Genuinely, so much respect for content creators now, so much respect. Posting yourself every day, talking, having to be cheerful every day, having to know what to post, it's tiring. But that's why I've quit doom scrolling. So it becomes something that I'm more into, and it's the only thing I've got to do. And I would know if I do that, and I get rid of shit like that, where it's just cheap dopamine, it's raising your dopamine level, you're fucked, I will find posting a lot more enjoyable. Because as soon as I wipe the camera out, like if I'm vlogging or something, I'll love it. But it's just the thought of doing it while I'm sat there doom scrolling, it just makes it not appealing at all. But anyway, take action. Don't just watch this and mentally masturbate and just think, yeah, this is great motivation, I'm actually going to do nothing about it. Do something about it, Bill, Ben, Fred, Tom, Jack, whatever your name is, John. I don't know. Okay, have a great day. God bless. If you like this content, let me know. If you want help with anything, message me on Instagram. If you're going to get any supplements and you want to become jacked, use code BenFJ at MyProtein. That's what I'm going to say, because I'm now a sponsored athlete. You guys don't know that. I'm now sponsored by MyProtein, by the way. Mental. I've just spat on the camera. Mental. So you can use code BenFJ, BenFJ, to get 10% off. And you're helping a brother out. You're putting food on the table. Anyway, have a great day, team. Please take action on this and don't just listen to this and do nothing about it. God bless.